Hello children, this is the continuation of the same chapter, chapter number 3, standard 11. Here we will be discussing the central problems of an economy through a production possibility curve. Let's first discuss what is a production possibility curve. Now we'll analyze the heading. Production, that means how many goods are produced. Possibility curve, that means what are the different possible combinations of production. There is a resource which has limited which has alternative uses. It can be used for many purposes. Now in that resource, what are the different combinations of production possible? Either we'll produce one product, or we'll produce the another product, or we will produce a combination of both the products. If we are producing a combination of both the products, how much production is possible? That's what we are going to decide in a production possibility curve. Okay, now look at this one. Look at the definition. A curve which shows the various combination of two goods that can be produced with the available techniques and with the given amount of resources. What techniques, method of production we are following, and with the existing amount of resources, how much of production is possible. A combination of the two goods, what is possible. It is also known as a transformation curve because it will transform the economy. What is being produced, that will transform the economy, hence it is also known as a transformation curve. Okay, now the production possibility curve is basically on economic concepts of scarcity, choice and opportunity cost. You know what is scarcity, you know what is choice. I will just discuss with you what is opportunity cost now. Okay, now what is a choice? When there is a scarcity, people are forced to make choices. Okay, now there was scarcity and choice. The next thing comes up is opportunity cost. Now opportunity cost is defined as the second best alternative that has to be foregone for another choice which gives more satisfaction. I'll explain to you this concept. Suppose you have a plot of land. If you grow rice on it, you will be earning, by selling that rice, you will be earning 20,000. If you grow wheat on it, by selling the wheat, you will be getting 15,000. Which one will you produce? A normal human being will produce rice on which you earn more. Now, if you are producing rice, we are not able to produce wheat from it. That means we are going to sacrifice. We have to sacrifice the second best alternative, that is 15,000 rupees we would have got by production of wheat. This is termed as opportunity cost. That means the opportunity cost of rice is the amount of wheat we can produce from it. 20,000 we are earning, we are sacrificing 15,000. 15,000 is the opportunity cost. Okay, production possibility curve shows us the different combinations, this combination or that, and it all depends upon, if we are following one combination, we will not be able to follow the second combination. If we are following the second combination, we will not be able to follow the third combination. That means if we are following one combination, we have to sacrifice the other combinations. That is why we say production possibility curve is based on scarcity, choice and opportunity cost. The PP's production possibility cost, also known as production possibility frontier, shows the various possible combination of goods and services produced within a specified period of time with the resources which are fully and efficiently employed. We are assuming that the resources are fully employed. We next move on to an example of production possibility curve. Table. We'll first prepare a table. A particular plot of land. It can produce, if it produces 15 kgs of rice, it cannot produce the rice. That means we are using the entire plot of land for growing only wheat. When we use it, it can give us 15 kgs of rice. Similarly, if we grow, 15 kgs of wheat. Similarly, if we grow only rice on it, we will get 5 kg of rice and no wheat. If we use a combination, suppose we want to grow 1 kg of rice, we will have to give up 1 kg of wheat. We are sacrificing 1 kg of wheat in order to get 1 kg of rice. If we have to go another kg of rice, we have to now sacrifice 2 kgs of wheat. Okay, in order to get 1 more kg of rice, we have to sacrifice 3 kgs of rice. In order to get 1 more kg of rice, we have to sacrifice 4 kgs of wheat. In order to sacrifice 1 more kg of rice, we have to sacrifice 5 kgs of rice. The amount of sacrifice we are undergoing is known as the marginal opportunity cost. Okay, now we will plot this on a graph. Take a look at the first combination. 0 of rice, 15 of wheat. Last combination, 5 of rice, 0 of wheat. Those 2 points will lie on the production on the 2 axes. On one axis we will take one product, and on the other axis we'll take another product. This graph is not based on that table. Okay, but I'll explain to you using that table. One product in one axis, another product in another axis. This is the first combination where we are producing only one product. This is the last combination where we are producing only the second product. Okay, all the points in between have a combination of both the products. Clear? Now, we do not find it to be a straight line curving downwards. The reason behind that is the opportunity cost keeps on increasing every time. Okay, and that's what gives the curve a concave shape. Had the sacrifice every time being the same, 1 kg or 2 kg, we would have got a straight line production possibility curve or a frontier. Since the sacrifice is increasing, we get a concave shape graph. Isn't it concave to the origin? Okay, this is what is known as a concave shape graph. A production possibility frontier is a concave shaped curve sloping downwards from left to right. Okay. Now we move on to the characteristics of a production possibility curve, which we discussed in the previous slide. It has a concave shape and it is downward sloping. Why does it have a concave shape? It has a concave shape because opportunity cost is increasing. Increasing opportunity cost. That is why it has a concave shape. And why does it slope downward? Because to get one additional unit of one good, we have to give up the another good. Had both increased, the graph would have been upward sloping. Had both of them increased 0, 15, 1, 16, 2, 17, 3, 18, the shape of the graph would have been upward sloping. Okay, since when you increase one, you have to decrease the other. That is why the shape of the curve is downward sloping or a negatively sloping curve. Okay, and the concave nature is because of the increasing opportunity cost. Now let us discuss the assumptions on which the production possibility curve is based. First, the resources are not equally efficient in the production of all goods. Clear? I gave you an example in the very beginning. If you grow rice on it, you will get 20,000. If you grow wheat on it, you will get 15,000 because we are going to produce less quantity of wheat from it. Because the land is not equally efficient in the production of wheat. It may be more efficient in the production of rice than in the production of wheat. Then, few more assumptions. All the resources are fully employed. All the resources are used and they are working in their full production capacity. Like Xerox machine, all 5,000 products are being produced and all resources are used. Secondly, the resources are fixed. We cannot increase resources. Thirdly, change of state of technology throughout remains same method of production we are using. Lastly, the country is producing, we are assuming here, 2 products. That means the country is producing only two goods. Now we will be discussing the production possibility frontier. we have taken 3 points on the graph. Can you see? Okay, here is a graph for pizza and sugar. At point B, this much of pizza and this much of sugar is produced. At point A, less of pizza but more of sugar is manufactured. At point C, still less of pizza and more of sugar is manufactured. That means we are giving, these are the 3 production possibilities we have pointed out. Either A can be produced, or B can be produced, or C can be produced. Okay, then what is point D and E? Point D and E shows us that the economy is not using its resources fully. We are not producing on the production possibility curve. Resources are not utilized fully. At point D, we are producing this much of pizza. At this much of pizza, we should be able to produce this much of sugar. Okay, but according to point D, we are able to manufacture only this much of sugar. This much of sugar is not produced, it is wasted because we are not producing using resources efficiently or fully. Look at this point E. We are producing this much of pizza. With that, we are producing this much of sugar. Okay, with this much of pizza, we should be able to produce this much of sugar. We are not producing because we are not utilizing our resources efficiently. Now look at the point F. Okay, at point F, we are producing this much amount of pizza. At that much amount of pizza, okay, according to our PPC, we should be able to produce this much of sugar. But according to F, we are manufacturing this much of sugar, which is beyond the capacity of the economy because of limited resources. So F is a point which is unattainable. A, okay, because with that much of resources, we cannot produce the quantity of combinations they are showing. A, B, C shows different combinations which is possible to produce. D and F shows inefficient combination where resources are not fully or not efficiently utilized. And F shows a combination which is not attainable because we have limited resources.